Hello Aries, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that sun. This is fantastic. This is one of the most successful cards, right? One of the most optimistic cards. I feel like right now you are very optimistic. I feel like you have a certain charisma about you right now, that you're just, I almost feel like you're just bubbly for some reason. Maybe life just feels good. Maybe you can't really pinpoint what it is, but something's making you very chipper, you know? I just kind of feel you just with a smile. You're just radiating this beauty and this happiness and this love and this optimism and this hope. And just, I don't know what's going on with you. If there's something that has prompted this, or if it's just a feeling, it's just something that's going on. I feel like you're vibrant. I feel like your charisma and your charm is just off the charts right now. Yeah. Let's see what's going on with this. Let's see if we can maybe find out where it's coming from. But more importantly, what are we going to do with it, right? Let's see what we got. Well, we've got a Queen of Wands. There could be an older female energy around you somewhere that might have a little bit to do with this. I don't know if we've gotten, maybe we're getting some really good news about something. I don't know if there's something going on with an older female in your life that you are waiting for some good news about, okay? But I feel like, moreover, this card is really you kind of, this is kind of your effort of trying to calm yourself down, you know? We get so enthusiastic, we get so zealous and so eager. We're trying to get a little bit of poise back. We're trying to compose ourselves, you know? But I think there's something that you are just is exciting you. And I think maybe it's some good news somewhere. Yeah. Or it's something that you want to just like run through the streets and just celebrate and hug everybody and just, you know, it's this really, really cheerful energy. And I feel like this is you trying to say, okay, gotta calm down, gotta, you know, compose myself and move forward. Well, let's see what else. Yeah, there's Mercury. Okay, Magician, the messenger, the news. Some kind of good news has happened, and this is kind of now, you got this good news, and now it's just kind of like you're just out in the street and you're just singing and dancing and you're throwing flowers or throwing money and it's just like this really kind of off-the-wall celebration for you. And I think it's just, you need to allow yourself that moment, for one thing. Let yourself make a fool of yourself out in public, you know. You feel this, just don't, you know, you don't have to suppress it. But this is the messenger, so I think that there is some kind of breakthrough. There is some kind of good news that you're getting from somewhere, okay? And I think that this is really, I mean, this kind of just looks like you're just like dancing through the streets here. You know, and I feel that there's a lot of prosperity that is coming with this. I feel that this is also the Lord of Commerce, right? And transactions, and business. I think you're breaking on through to the other side, right? I feel like this is just, you're hearing the music. And it's just, maybe everyone around you is kind of saying, what are they doing? They don't hear the same song that you hear right now, okay? And that to me is really fun. And this is a wonderful combination of card. There's the Ace of Cups. Yes, that is, I think, what we've been kind of waiting for. And I feel like this is the news that, hey, yeah, this is work. This is unfolding. This might be some seed that you planted in the ground, you know. And here's Mercury bringing you the news that, hey, it's coming to fruition. Okay, this was something that you started, or something that you tried to do, something that you set into motion. You planted the idea. You planted the seed, you put in the phone call, you put in your application or whatever it is. And this is what you've been waiting for. And I think that this is, it's almost like this, if this could happen, it would solve everything. Like this is just that magic thing. If this would just work out, everything else would be fine. Everything else would be taken care of too. So this is that ubiquitous water energy. And I think it's flowing. This is the well. It's flowing everywhere. Right? It's flowing to your personal life, your professional life, your health, your wealth, finances, your creative life, your spiritual life, your interpersonal relationships. Everything would be solved by this. This is an abundance of water energy that can flow everywhere that it's needed. Okay? It's very nice. And I think that's something that you started already. That's something that you kind of, you put all your eggs in that basket, and we've just been kind of hoping. Yeah? And I think that's the news we're getting. And then the Three of Cups. Part of this celebration, right? Three of Cups, we think abundance, we think celebration, we think everybody is just having a good time, and we can let loose, and we can, have this time to celebrate. You've earned it, you deserve it. I know you're trying to maintain your composure. We don't want to be overzealous. We don't want to make a fool of ourselves, but I'm very, very excited. Let yourself feel it. You've earned it. This has been a long time coming. This is something that you've worked very hard for. And here it is. And this is saying that you're going to be celebrating with your other people, friends, family, coworkers, whatever it is. This is going to be, I think, a recognition of your achievements. I think that you're being kind of singled out as, as the one that really made this happen. Okay. But I think this is also your love and gratitude for everybody else. As excited as we are, as the way we just kind of want to flaunt it through the streets, it's very authentic, very sincere in your love for everybody. The Three of Cups really talks about the potential of love that you have, all the love that you have to give. Yeah. And I wonder if this is a situation that is allowing you now to do that, to do all these things that really have meaning for you. Well, let's look. Let's see what the future position is holding for us. High Priestess. Very interesting. We kind of have more intellectual knowledge, and we have intuitive knowledge. Okay? And I think the combination of these two is leading you forward. And I think it's the combination of these two that is bringing you this success anyway. This is really you, I think, 100%. So everything that you wanted, this is coming to absolute perfect fruition. Again, you're breaking on through to the other side here. Okay? And I think it's because you have this combination of intelligence. You have you probably have a very high IQ. And you know how to use your knowledge and your intellect. But you know how to trust in spirit too. You know how to you trust your gut. You know how to use your intuition. And we think of someone who's good in business or something like that, right? This is someone who's very good in business, sure. But the High Priestess gives you that little something extra. That little something that not everybody has. Some people maybe have one or the other. You've got both of these. And I think this really is what is creating your unbelievable success. This is going to set you apart from the rest of the world. Yeah. And it's the way forward for you is by leaning into more of this intuition, trusting yourself, right? This is kind of a full moon energy, and this is the full moon showing you the path. And it's also a card of acceptance. It's kind of saying, Yes, I do deserve this, and I'm going to have my hands open, and I'm ready to receive the abundance that the universe is sending my way. You've earned it. You deserve it. Yes, celebrate. Shout it through the streets. Jump up and down. Run. Do whatever. Right? Celebrate. Allow yourself that kind of a freedom of freedom from self-consciousness. Right? To celebrate. To be excited. To allow yourself that natural reaction to this news, because I think this is what you've been waiting for. And accept now not only the rewards and the celebration and the honors, but accept the responsibility now that we're going to need as we move to the path of the serpent. But first, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And we're just going to set it down over here. We're going to put Jimbo, the Lizard King, aka Mr. Lizard, right there on top of that card. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. All right. If at any point during this reading you feel like you know what that card is, go ahead and drop your prediction in the comments below. Also, let me know what you think of the reading style. I'm kind of doing one card at a time, right? Keeps me on track a little bit better, I think. We're going to talk about the path of the serpent, and as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. And leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. All right. Let's see what our first card is. Ace of Wands. Now it's time to get down to business. Now it's time to consolidate all of this good celebratory energy, all of this kind of, we get that news and we just can't help but react in this it's just so amazing. It's unbelievable. Now the real work begins, right? Now you have to follow through. Now you have to continue on with this. And it's kind of saying, well, now you've got to kind of know what to do. You've got to have the next great idea. You've got to be able to lead us, and you're going to be leading through your intuition. You still have this very good business communications. I think you probably even you probably know a lot of languages. I feel like you're kind of multi-talented, right? You play a lot of instruments, something like that, right? You kind of you're good at everything you touch, We've got to know what the next big idea is. What is the kind of next thing that we've got to do? And for that, we need to have the unity of our will. We do have to regain our composure, okay? In order to make the right decision moving forward. We don't want to be too frivolous with our decisions and just say, I'm just going to buy a super yacht or something. I'm going to buy an island. No, let's be smart. Let's be a little bit conservative, and let's trust our intuition, and let's do the right thing here. And that's why you've got this Ace of Wands here. I think the next card might be Swords. The Ace of Wands here is that focused attention. This is you able to say, okay, party's over. Let's focus. All right. That's one of your primary skills, I think, in life. So let's see. Next card, the Fool. There we go. Of course. It is air energy. It's not swords, but it is air. Now we have the Magician, the High Priestess, and the Fool. And the Magician and the Fool, it's kind of wisdom or folly, right? Is this the smartest thing you've ever done or the dumbest thing you've ever done? Well, the intuition is what tells us whether we're being wise or foolish, okay? And I think that this is the arbiter. The deciding force is that intuition, okay? Because you might be leading into something here with this directed will, this consciousness, this energy moving forward into this Fool energy. You might be making a decision that on the surface seems rather strange. And maybe people will even be looking at you like, whoa, what are you doing? That's dumb. Trust in yourself, okay? I think there is something that you're going to feel that impulse to do, feel that intuition, that gut feeling to do. Other people are going to say, that's the foolish path. That's the foolish choice. Don't listen to them. Listen to you. You, right? High Priestess. Because it may seem silly on the outside, but I think it's going to be the right move with whatever is going on in your life right now, whatever this big news is, whatever this big win is, whatever you're doing on the other side there, I think this card is also about you letting go of some self-consciousness. Okay, and really it's obviously connected. Trusting your gut, making your decisions, letting your energy flow naturally and spontaneously, not worried about what other people think, not worried about other people's opinions. Okay, this is your path. This is your decision to make. And I'm wondering about the next card. We kind of want to have our ears plugged to what some of this outside energy is talking about. There's the Star card. And the Star card is really us receiving the divine wisdom, receiving the divine light, coming over the top of us, illuminating what's going on within us. Now, we've got the Star card in a lot of our readings today. It's the inner illumination. It's showing us who we are. It's answering that question. And I think this is really a good portion of this journey for you, is discovering who you are. And once we start to get a feel for that, once we start really accepting that, leaning into our true nature, then the Star card illuminates the path before us. That divine light now is shining on the ground, on the road in front of us. So you know who you are and you know why you're here. And I think it's a difficult thing for you. I think maybe because the Fool is here, maybe there have been times in your life where you have changed your mind, or you have made a decision that differed from what your intuition was telling you. That sometimes you've gone against your gut. For this, like, you've had this impulse, you've had this gut feeling, and someone else says, no, do it this way. And you say, oh, okay. I don't know if that's led you into disaster or what. It doesn't really matter. The point is, you're trusting in yourself now. And I think that's been difficult for you sometimes. Not all the time. But I think you're probably thinking of a couple of very specific times in your life where you have went against your gut feeling and then regretted it. Okay? And that's kind of what a lot of major arcana cards today. Don't go against your gut. Okay? The Star card's in that position of the obstacle, the difficulty. This is the river we have to cross, and that really is trusting in ourselves and realizing that we have the inner illumination. That doesn't mean that you don't have advisors and people to help you and other opinions that you should listen to. Maybe we'll get some air energy here in the final card. Now we get the Hanged Man. We don't have any swords in the reading today, right? So we have to rely on the Magician. We have to be willing to take the advice and the opinion of other people, but take it with a grain of salt. Okay? You have to listen. Now, sometimes the Magician doesn't want to listen. Sometimes the Magician is just wrapped up in their show and what they're doing. They don't really take the lesson from others, or they don't take the advice, or they don't heed the warnings of others. You have to be open, but you have to trust yourself. Okay, you're open to what other people are telling you, but the ultimate decision is yours. Okay, and you've got the Hanged Man at the end here. A lot of major arcana cards today. The Hanged Man is telling us, of course, that if we don't rely on ourselves, if we don't trust ourselves and trust spirit, if we go against our intuitive knowledge and we go against our gut, pain and suffering results, right? And so this is kind of saying, look, you started this. This news is coming to you. You're the one that has to make these decisions. The Hanged Man is kind of telling me that I would rather fail trusting myself than succeed letting somebody else hold the reins. Right? I don't know if that's wisdom or folly. But I feel like there is a reliance on yourself right now. There's a trusting in yourself, a trusting in the universe, and not turning away, not going against our gut. And whatever this is. Let's look at the mystery card. I'm looking for a little bit of air energy, but I just feel like we're not going to get it. I feel like we're going to have maybe more water energy here. And I'd like to see a 9 of cups or a 10 of cups. If you have a prediction for this card, put it in the comments. Let's see what we have. Well, it is that Knight of Cups. Yeah. That quest for that Holy Grail. And that Holy Grail is that Ace of Cups that we see back there. And so what I'm seeing here is that you are this Knight of Cups, and you have discovered the Holy Grail, and now it's up to you to take this baby home. Now it's up to you to do something with this, right? To move forward. It's one thing to get to the top of the mountain, but then we realize we got to come back down and go home again. It's one thing to go out and find the Holy Grail, then you got to bring it back to the Grail Castle, right? To Montsalvat, in order to kind of finish the journey. You know, we've had that climax. We've had this celebration. The sun has risen high noon. We've made this achievement. Okay, now we've got to do the other portion of the work. And it's kind of like when, you know, you're watching a movie and you just kind of, you turn it off after the big climax in the middle, you know. And it's kind of like, oh, everything else is boring after that. Well, it's necessary. And it has to be you doing it. And you have to trust yourself, because this is something that you have to bring home. This is your quest, and this is your attainment, your achievement. So, yeah, be proud of yourself. Allow yourself to feel good about this. Trust in yourself. Okay. Now, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there is a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Aries every Monday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.